I'm Bart Isaac with ScrimmagePlay Magazine. We're here at Prep Football Media Day at Downtown Athletic, and we're sitting down with the Western Albemarle Warriors. This is a squad that made the playoffs last year, won a Jefferson District title, bringing back a lot of key parts into the mix. And we're just going to go around the horn so you can meet some of these guys, find out what they do. So we'll start over here with Kent Henry.
I'm Kent Henry, senior quarterback at Western, and I also play defensive back.
Yeah.
My name's Justin Haws. I'm a rising senior. I play inside linebacker and running back.
I'm Donte Henry. I play offensive tackle and nose guard.
Nic Drapanas, wide receiver and defensive back.
I'll go ahead and start off. Feels like Dante's big time, and I saw a little bit with the sunglasses. And he's gone a little bit Hollywood on us, but we're going to kind of jump into it. Kent, just tell me a little bit about this team and the makeup of this squad. Based on last year, you guys lose a few key parts, but you bring back a lot of the core.
Yeah, we have a lot more depth than last year. It's one thing we noticed last night in our scrimmage, and really right now we're just working on building that team chemistry that we had last year. It's I think we're pressing at the moment right now to get it, but we have time to figure it out before our first game.
Justin, one thing that was apparent last night at you guys scrimmage was that you guys are playing with more physicality at every spot. Is that something that Coach Redmond has really kind of hammered home for you guys?
Yeah, he wants us to be one of those teams that goes out there and knocks it to the other team and not accept other people's like running over us and stuff. So he wants us to be able to go out there and deliver the blows.
Kent's a guy who brings that physicality. You don't always think about the quarterback being the guy who brings that, but Kent's a guy who's brought that. Does that help set the tone for you guys?
Yeah, being out there when you get one kid to make a huge play, it brings everybody up to be like, all right, we got this, we can bring it in. Coaches have mentioned that it's like, don't wait for that play, go out there and make that huge play. So.
Kent, one guy that also seems to have increased that physicality is Stephen Hearn. He's a guy who's really much more bringing a physical approach to wide receiver. How much does that help you out in your confidence in throwing to him?
It just, I don't know, it makes him a more presentable target. Just I know that if I get him the ball, he'll get us yards and get us down the field. He has sure hands, and he'll definitely break a few tackles and get the first down.
Aren't too many guys who are going to have a 500-yard plus season be the third guy on our team. I mean, that's an incredible. You have to love sort of the dynamic nature of this offense. And Nick, you haven't gotten a chance to practice out with the collarbone, but you have to like what you're seeing from this offense so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we got a bunch of receivers coming back. Chase Stokes is really bringing it to the table, and I think our receiving core has always been a plus. I think it's really fun to get a couple new guys out there getting reps, so we should be fine in that area.
Dante, you get a chance to block for a very dynamic group of skill players. Is that something that makes your job easier, harder, more exciting? What does it kind of do for you?
Makes it easier for me. I mean, I know I have to just block for a couple seconds and we got a good play down the field, so it's not really hard.
Kent's a guy who's a little bit unpredictable sometimes back there in the backfield of quarterback. Does that challenge you to make sure that you're playing every play? Because he's a guy who's going to keep things alive sometimes that should be dead for the most part.
Yeah, it's kind of challenging because you don't know where he's moving and stuff, so yeah.
Your guy seems to have worked on your conditioning and worked on becoming a more full-time player and every play player. How much have you focused on that in the offseason?
Focused a lot, did a lot of running and stuff, more get myself in better shape and footwork.
Is it paying off already?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you feel better in that scrimmage?
Yeah, felt like we did good in that scrimmage.
Seemed like that you don't, like Ken said, you have more depth maybe than you've had in the past. Has that been something you've experienced along the line too?
Yeah, get more blows and stuff, like coming in, not as tired as much.
Nice to have more than 7 guys in the
exactly.
for starters.
Mm-hmm.
When you build that kind of depth, does that just give you more confidence as a team?
Yeah, you get to go out and go 100% every play, and if your player's down, you got more people that can step up and do the same.
And these running backs, I mean, you got Justin is one of them, but you also got Oliver Herndon, I believe, in the mix as well. Have they been bringing a more physical approach to running back?
Yeah, coaches really talk to us a lot about bringing it to the defense and stuff, and he doesn't want us to back down from anything. So we've been attacking a lot more.
Tell me about that. I mean, do you feel like there's maybe even more of a focus on creating more of the run game and taking some of the pressure off Kent?
Yeah, we talked about how Kent brings a lot of attention to him, so it's our job this year to be able to definitely be able to take some of that attention so he can get a lot more plays and also be able to get some plays ourselves this year.
One thing that did look, you're probably going to have to step into the linebacker role a little bit more. The defense looked awfully good for as many pieces in the middle that you've got to replace. Was that exciting to see that, especially when you didn't have a guy like Nic on the field already?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely good watching all of us being able to come out there without one of our leaders out there and be able to still compete and do as well as we hope we can do.
Who are some of the other guys that can kind of factor into that position group for you guys when you're trying to replace a Dom Christmas and a Tommy Mullen?
Well, we got right now it's me, Alex Castle, we got Logan Sprouse, Matthew Mullen, a new kid named Chris Miller, and then who?
Braden
Yeah,
Herring?
Braden Herring. Yeah, Braden Herring. So we got 6 that are definitely flipping we're definitely going through all of them, started taking reps at first team defense, and so it's good to have depth there.
Is that side of the ball coming together as quickly as the offense, or is it taking a little more time on that side?
I mean, we did lose their 2 starting inside linebackers. We're learning the ropes about it, but we're definitely catching up. So
Terrific.
yeah.
Well, just to wrap it up, we're going to go kind of one thing around the horn that you're really excited about Western Albemarle football. I've been asking the same question every time. It's a little bit of a goofy question, but I do want to hear what you guys are most excited about this season. Kent, go ahead and start it for us.
I'm excited about the coaching staff. Really, they're all really focused on the goal, and they're trying to help us get to achieve our goal of hopefully a state championship. And it's really fun. Just every practice, spending 3 hours a day with them, but it's a good time.
That's good.
I'm excited to get to be able to spend time with my friends out on the field and be able to compete at the high level and be able to take its team to the next level.
I'm excited about the offense. We're getting linemen get more physical at the ball and stuff, so we get to move around a lot more, and I'm really excited about that.
Probably excited most about the defense. Because, it's, like they said, coaches are really stressing the physicality. I think we're going to be tenacious this year. So.
We appreciate you guys coming by. And,
What about you, Bart?
Good luck.